For daily ask Reddit, men of Reddit, what was the most inconvenient, awkward, or horrific time that you ever had a random erection? Had one on a packed train wearing basketball shorts once. I was scared I was going to poke the girl standing directly in front of me, and she'd call me out publicly, and I'd look like a perv. As someone who wears basketball shorts daily and only time I switch them for something else is when I have a practice/match, team basketball shorts, or when it's too fucking cold, you gotta have compression underwear. I had an infection in my intestines a couple years ago and had to go have a follow-up with a gastroenterologist. The doctor was a very attractive young female and during an exam had to undo my belt to better test for sensitivity. Well, an attractive woman undoing your belt is exciting to your body. I could tell that she noticed it and could tell that I was bright red from embarrassment. She smiled and then immediately started asking about the consistency of my bowel movements, which lowered the sales pretty immediately. After I had surgery I woke up to my hot nurse unhooking me from a bunch of medical shit and I looked down to a full-fledged tent pitched in my hospital gown. She laughed and said it happens more than you think. Edit, because some have asked, my username has nothing to do with it, and I don't even date the tromboner anymore. In high school during class with Nike shorts on, basically would have been in full sight if I stood up. This extremely hot woman came in early for the next class to show slides, IDK for what, and she was setting her stuff up. She had the perfect body and everything. I basically sat there like an idiot. The teacher noticed me staring at this woman and she kind of leaned into my line of sight and winked at me with a smile. I chuckled at that. Still my favorite science teacher I've ever had. Boner during test in middle school. Wearing those swishy windsuit type pants. Very thin material. Was checking out Asian girl in front of me. Pretty cute. Teacher says to class go. Turn in tests on front desk. Try to stall. She spots me. Mypen rotathis. Turn in your test, we have things to do. Come up with brilliant plan to cover boner with test papers while I walk up there. Mission success. Just kidding. Have to leave papers at front. No shield for walk back. In last ditch effort push boner against front desk while acting like I'm shuffling the tests together or something. People are waffling behind me. Teacher says what are you doing Mypen rotathis? Mumble an answer praying boner will go away in next 5 seconds. Only gets stronger. Teacher is getting mad. The jig is up. Turn around and walk back to desk in swishy windsuit pants with full erection. Can hear people whisper/giggle when they notice. Feel Spidman. I was 12 and my grandma was dying in the hospital. I was downstairs waiting for my dad because he sent me out for some reason or another. And I'm struck with the most pants straining erection I've ever had in my young life. Totally random, as is normal at that age. But I couldn't sit fucking still. I ended up going into a single lockable bathroom and jerking into the toilet. Took me all of 45 seconds, but the shame has lasted ever since. So that's how I jerked off in the hospital, while my grandma lay dying. I was gonna give a school presentation of something in a group of 3 or 4 people in front of our class and, just before we got up the most ridiculous boner occurred. So I held my papers down low, like I peed myself the entire time. Once in class a friend leaned over to me and told me that he had gotten a boner over the fairly attractive teacher. I learned that day that this stuff is indeed infectious. Edit, my most upvoted comment is the one where I talk about an unplanned boner. Good damn it, Reddit. Also, for clarification, infectious like a yawn, though the term may have been not the most precise, as I'm not a native English speaker.